and welcome to This is Private Practice, Tuesday the 24th of October 2017. And I'm back in my office, as you can see, with my things and my stuff everywhere. Water bottle, cup. Actually, I've got a line of cups going around there. I haven't been here for most of the day. I had the privilege of going out and meeting with a Purple Co client today on behalf of a customer and being able to talk to her about my concerns about her not wanting to engage in our services. It was really interesting when I was asked to provide some opinion and advice to our customer about this client. I saw a lady of similar age to me who'd had a health event, who had spent a lot of time up until her health event building a career for herself. And she's been out of work, or she's been recovering from this health event for 5 years. There are some complexities to this, you would think so, after 5 years. And I felt really sad for her that if we didn't give her every opportunity to engage with us, and she's got this incredible funding body that wants to spend money on her to help her with her career development. I just felt really sad that this woman who was a similar age to me was going to be giving up her career. And I don't know if that was a choice I was happy for her to make without knowing that we had done everything in collaboration with her funding body to know that she'd made a decision. And it got me thinking today about transference, of course, and about making sure that we go the extra mile to help people understand what value we can bring. I know a lot of health professionals find marketing awkward. We find the discussions around money awkward. But I think too, we also find talking to potential clients or customers about the value we can bring awkward. And I had no other motive today than wanting to make sure that this woman knew what we could offer as a team, and had the opportunity to ask questions. She's dealing with some fatigue issues, and they're of unknown etiology, so it's all a bit strange. But she believes she's unwell, and she believes that she's got all of these conditions. So I think one of the validating things today was to say, yeah, you're not functioning great, and going back to where you came from is probably not the answer that we need to be searching for right now. And just in that moment, something twigged for her. And I know that the consultant that's been trying to engage with her, none of this is new. These conversations have been had before. It's not like the client hasn't heard this language before, but today she was ready to hear it. And sometimes we need to prepare our clients for change. And sometimes we're not the people who implement the change. We are the ones who help prepare for change. So when I think about all the people who had gone before me today, there was the other Purple Co clinician, there was the representative inside the insurance companies, there's been several of those. She's got an exhaustive team of health professionals around her, possibly a few too many, but who am I to say? She's got her employer that kept her job open for over 3 years for her. She's trained, she's professional, she's worked in a national role. There are a lot of people who have gone before her, and a lot of people whose voices and knowledge she's had in her head. And she's been trying to process it and make sense of it. And today was a day when she was ready to say yes to a tiny weeny little step of change. And that I doubt that had anything to do with me. I think it was the right person in the right time asking the same question the same way. So she was able to hear it today. And whether it was because I turned up in corporate dress and she was able to relate, I don't know. If it might have been because I was the boss of the company and she felt a little bit special about that attention being given to her. I don't think that really matters. I think what matters is she was ready to say yes to something today. And that filled my heart and my other clinicians' heart with joy, because we could see the potential in this lady, and we knew that we're not going to be able to cure her, but we have so much that we can offer her in helping her plan for the next stage of her life. And I walked away from that going, wow, we really need to acknowledge the people who go before us, who plant the seeds for change, who help clients make buying decisions. Because even though this lady wasn't spending money with me or with our company, She's spending time and energy, and she needed to be sold into services because she doesn't have a lot of energy, and giving us the energy that she does have is a really big exchange for her right now. So I think that that's a valuable insight for us to think about with our marketing and with our sales conversations, because sales conversations feel awkward, and sales conversations can leave us feeling like we haven't represented ourselves well, and like we're, if we could just get in front of the person and do some intervention, they could see the value that we add. So we have a responsibility to learn how to craft language around the value that we add so that clients can feel safe to make a buying decision or safe to make an engaged decision. Now, it's not going to work all the time, and 100% of the clients aren't going to be 100% of a fit for us. So if that's your expectation, no, I'm sorry, I got bad news for you. But I do think it's worthwhile investing the time into not try and ram expertise down someone's throat, or you should just do this because down someone's throat, but help them along the journey of going from why am I interested to I really want to work with you. And I know I help private practice owners do this with their copywriting when we put together a new product, service or event for them. I'm very particular about the way we do that, and making sure that all the language tells the same story. But where that can fall over is we move away from copywriting or marketing language, and we get hung up on the words ourselves. We need to practice this stuff. This isn't something that just magically comes out of the air and you become good at it. And if we don't spend time thinking about it and thinking about the contribution that we can make and the contribution that others have made and the contribution that people will make into the future, then I think we can put incredible pressure on ourselves to be perfect and to get it right 100% of the time, when maybe our job is to just help prepare this person for change. So to all the people who went before us today, thank you for helping this person prepare for change. And now that we get to implement some steps towards change, yay us. And maybe there'll be other people who will help take that journey further for her, and yay them. That's how we know abundance exists, and how we know we all need to work together to help people make good choices about their health and wellness. A bit philosophical today, better than Ranty Joe from yesterday. Although we may have had the whole Telstra thing resolved today. Holding my breath. We'll see if that's the same tomorrow. But that's hilarious. Thank you for taking notice, Telstra. Anywho, if you've got any questions about how you might want to language or talk about your expertise or how you add value to a client, drop me a comment below. Let's see if we can nut some of this out and stop it from feeling so awkward. So this is Private Practice. I'm Jo, and I shall talk to you tomorrow.